Greetings everyone, Jake Bernstein with the 2Chimps.net. I almost called it 2Chumps. 2Chimps.net, weekly metals and mining sector. Remember that at this time of the year there are seasonal tendencies to the upside in copper, gold, and silver. We did have some signs of life in the gold market and in the silver market, and let me show you some of those charts. Yeah, we are excited, but we're not completely sold on the idea that these markets have turned. And let me show you what I'm talking about. You can see that there were sell triggers, a sell trigger, setup, and trigger right over here. We remain in a downtrend. We just barely traded above resistance, and there's no indication whatsoever that we've seen a bottom on the moving average channel. And that would be in the gold. In the silver, I'm going to show you the chart momentarily. We have basically a similar situation waiting for a turn, and you can see how that has come about. So the charts look very much the same, waiting for either bullish divergence setup and trigger, or for a moving average channel trigger. The copper market, which remember is seasonally bullish at this time of the year, continues to have us wait. Wait for a turn, wait for COPX to turn, wait for Freeport-McMoran to turn. The initial turns will come on daily charts, but right now, all we've done is to rally to resistance on the silver market and the copper market, and a little bit above resistance on the gold. One of the markets that we loved for a long time, palladium, has made a bullish, very bullish and explosive move in the last few days. But again, remember that the trend is still down. Notice how similar all these charts are. It's going to take a bullish divergence turn to turn them bullish. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go to the momentum divergence chart, which is momentum 28 at the bottom of the chart, we're going to bring up the momentum trade, and we're going to look at gold. And let me show you something. We're still using the December contract. You can go to the next contract month if you want. We had a new low in price right over here, and I'll mark that for you, with a new low in momentum over here. But in order to trigger or set up a bullish divergence, we need 6 bars. We've only got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right now, based on my method, I would not call this a bullish trigger. It's not even a bullish setup. Let's take a look at the silver and see what happened there. Similar approach, similar logic, and all we need to do is get the chart. And this should be the silver chart. I want to show you something very different about the silver. In order to make this more accurate, we should use the actual silver contract month instead of the continuous chart. SI2-20, just one moment please. SI2-20, 16, and we're going to go to the, hang on one moment please, active contract month, and that should be right over here, the March. And let me show you what we've got. And this is very important, so please pay attention. Oops, wrong line. Just one moment, please. Shift click. And this one right over here. Just one moment, please. Computer's a little bit slow tonight. And here. And here. Please observe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have our bullish divergence setup and trigger. So this actually in silver was a trigger. Now normally we would not expect the weakest of the complex to give the first turn. It would be much more meaningful in our view if that complex was led by moving gold. The profit target in the silver trade is 50% of the range from the highest high to the lowest low, so it should be fairly easy for silver to achieve its profit target. But I want to stress for you there is no bullish divergence trigger or setup in gold, which is usually the leader of the complex, and certainly we would feel more confident about it if it was the leader and if it triggered. Let's take a look at the palladium and see what happened there. Just one moment please. And here's the palladium, and we had a new low in price right over here, so we also have a trigger in palladium. These are points right over here, and the trigger also occurred on Friday. So let's see if there's follow through. The most important thing is follow through. And let's also look at the copper as long as we're here. And we'll see what happened there. There's the copper. No bullish divergence, no bullish setup, no bullish trader. So we have several of the metals having turned bullish, at least for the short term. We'll see how that plays out. Would be better if the gold had turned bullish as well. Did not even have enough days to give us a bullish divergence setup. So that does it for today. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you again next week. Drop us a line if you have any questions. And do note we did delay our annual forecast until next week. We needed more time to see how the market would respond. Now that we have that time, we'll have an opportunity to evaluate market potential and market indicators during the week. Join us if you haven't already signed up for the 2Chimps.net annual forecast. Thanks for being here, and best of trading to you. Jake Bernstein signing off.